Hi, good morning, Mr. Prime Minister, and good morning, Mr. President. It's okay. I was in bad mood. I was depressed because they induced this. There's a particular chemical or a particular medicine that is induced orally, oral administration, or being adulterated in cigarettes, and this is narco trafficking and narco terrorism. It's high time we clean the country from these kind of chemical warfare. I mean, Mr. Rahul Mishra from the cafe at Richmond Town, Astoria, would induce an euphoric drug. However, the coffee shop got closed. And there are a lot of coffee shops of such kind. We need to find a way to safeguard our nation and our civilians from turning into an internal threat and get funding from external sources who are a threat to our nation. An SAP is a backend technology solution provider for these kind of activities. You remember, Mr. Prime Minister, I wrote you a letter and a promissory note. And while I was exploring these crimes, there was there were a lot of manipulated reports that reached out to you to penetrate a network of militant. I'll have to go in disguise of a militant. There's no other choice. If situation demands, I will be a human bomb if it was a challenge for our safety of the nation to kill all these narco terrorists and narco terrorism, narco trafficking goons. Maybe they have stolen all my research materials. Of course they did, from HSR layout office. Going forward, we should eliminate all these internal threats for our nation. It's a threat to IT organization and the data. And there's no point in ignoring such threats or risks to civilian lives. And that's my duty till the end of my life. Please let me do my duty. While this is a prayer offered to God in action, and I don't want or I'm not convinced to compromise on these things. It is just a demonstration of what really happened. You know, I cannot accept the fact that I'm not able to recollect an exact word, but I've written it. I have reference for everything. And when I connect these dots is when it makes sense to all the people involved. And I had no other choice other than alerting you because by the time I reach normal procedure and protocols to reach out to you, it will be 1 year for me to reach you. And by then all the risks will be manipulated. We should maintain transparency in public affairs as per the guidance from you and Department of Public Administration and Reformation. Now, this is my duty to fix the nation from corruption, which is affecting civilian rights, quality of life of civilians, and innocents being turned into criminals, IT professionals being turned into criminals. Technology solutions company are lost in the process of business acquisition while they implicate and put the employees at risk and let them go after employment. We need new amendments and new rules to be implemented on these technology firms. Every technology firm, every project is supposed to have a police to police all their policies and ensure there is no breach. I mean, the process of moving him from Koromangala, Bangalore 95 to HSR layout office during COVID situation, while I performed this activity, it was designed to destroy or weaken the face of evidence. There are no records, there are no references, there are no computers, there is no laptop by the time I come back from treatment. You got it, Mr. Prime Minister. The whole nation is fooling you. If there was a green version which happened, by the time it reaches out to you, it will turn into blue, red, yellow, white. I mean, these are the ways the Indian service personals are manipulating. Of course, even the IT firms are lost in this process when they are manipulating reports. I'm trying to reach out to Atos employees. None of them are picking my calls because SAP and other organizations have done so many manipulation of reports. While one of the IBM employee fell in love with a girl, not fell in love, she was, worse than a brothel. No brothel would go to would engage in an intercourse just for a pack of cigarette. She was worse than that. And I'm sorry, mom. There's no point hiding things. I got to know that you were the one who gave my mother this character. And that's the reason I want you to be the mother and father. In order to keep my parents' reputation safe, please adopt me and let's clean the city with a collaboration model with external investigators and private investigation organizations. Because we are inefficient with technology which is not being provided at the right time. We need technology solutions to overcome manipulation. We need technology solutions to deliver uniform code of justice to all the civilians. Because our Indian service personals know how to manipulate, and this is affecting justice being catered equally to civilians and nation. I was crying, it's okay. It's okay. Please don't feel bad. I'm fine now. I'm happy that I was crying, I was taking pain in the name of service to my nation. Britishers and technology firms are just using and throwing human resource. They do not investigate what went wrong. I'll give you one example of how IBM ruined a civilian's life in the process of achieving their objectives and goals for further business acquisition. There is high amount, very large amount. Large. This corruption is spreading like a parasite. And unfortunately, our anti corruption departments are helpless. Their hands are tied. We need to empower anti corruption departments to deliver their duties more efficiently and effectively. I mean, what our society is teaching, the governance is teaching the strict police officers and the strict officials in authority is that if you are strict, if you deliver your duties sincerely, you will die like DK Ravi. While the CID of Karnataka government are well versed in sabotaging evidence like they did since February 14th till date, please help me get the reports of whatever I was doing. We can recollect, we can gather evidence that was lost while I was involved in tracking so many terrorism activities, and they are funded by external forces. We're still not sure about the source of this particular funds. There is very high need for the law enforcement to be equipped with tools and technology that can eliminate the process of manipulation and monitor them on a regular basis. And now it's very high time I take compensation for all my efforts and the service that I've done. I'm in need of finance. I haven't even owned even a single asset till date. Kindly hide or keep my parents' details or my personal life details confidential until these objectives are achieved, because the only thing that these narco terrorists and narco trafficking can do is exploit my personal life and use that as a tool to steer my professional activities or professional deliverables. This is the main reason why most of the government officials are not able to deliver their duties. We need to build a safe fort to safeguard personal life of our Indian public service and people who are taking up government jobs. I'm unable to recollect the mantra on Chatwood Hall: safety, welfare, and you see, this is the memory problem that I had. I'm unable to recollect at the right time. It would delay. I will tell you the meaning. First we should be worried about the civilians or people of a nation. Safety, welfare, and the word that I am unable to recall. This should come first. Safety and welfare of the men I command comes second. Safety, welfare of myself comes last and always. And I think I'm walking that as I walk my talk. It's too tough. Not just tough, highly impossible at sometimes. Policemen are unable to deliver their duties because goons, rowdies, criminals target their personal life. Not just the police, even the scientists and people deployed for government jobs. We need to build a safe fort for all our ministers. Even if they're jailed, it should be a separate jail, not among civilians and criminals. You know, even they are kind of slaves, always working for nation safety, people, and being fooled by their own resources and by their own people. We need an effective and efficient team to counter this organized crime funded by external forces. I mean, I have no other option other than passing you video messages because I am unable to even afford to get a flight ticket to reach out to PMO. This is the condition at the moment. My emails are hacked, my mobile is hacked, my phone numbers are being misused. You know, it's okay. I'm doing the right thing. Fell in love with my nation. I'm serving her. I'm not sure if he was a British, but he laughed like British while he was playing a private video of my wife sitting right next to me at Hotel Hilton. After I reported all the corrupt activities to General Counsel of Helway HP, it was on 5th, is when 5th or 6th of August, I reported all these activities to them. And on 8th of August, my wife had checked into Chancery Pavilion Hotel. And we need to figure out if it was Nagraj, who was one of the member of BJP, and he's also a goon, a criminal. It could be involvement by Congress or I'm not sure. It's okay, I let go of that personal life. I denied to continue with a life partner because it's always a risk to my service delivery. Now, please release my salary and hand over it to that scientist who's taking care of me. There's no point talking about it. I'll come back to you later, Mr. Prime Minister. We need to rescue victims of trafficking, and that's the objective for now. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.